going to speak to a competitor from the first round who gave us gorgeous performance of Chopin's Barcarolle. David Lee, welcome. We're glad to have you here. Glad you stayed in town.
Glad to be here.
You're a cyclist, yeah?
Yes.
Did you bring your cycle here? Is it possible to cycle here?
I thought about it, but it's a bit too hot.
It's
this
too
time
hot.
of year.
Well, and if you're living in San Francisco, you're used to natural air conditioning, right?
That's true.
What's the temperature in San Francisco right now, do you think?
I think
in
we're-
comparison?
Actually, we're having a heat wave, I think.
Oh,
this
really?
week. But usually it should be like 70, 80.
Yeah, perfect weather. So is it in the 90s in San Francisco this week?
Possibly.
The last time I was there was maybe 15 years ago, and it was in August, and it was about 100 degrees, and I felt cheated out of my San Francisco experience because it was so hot.
You brought
there.
the heat with you.
I did. I brought it from here,
Yeah.
maybe. Your bio says that you started piano at the age of 12, and that you're still a very good friend of your first teacher.
Yes.
So she must have awakened something in you. Do you think?
I think so, because she is such a gentle and loving woman, and she gave me such a appreciation for music and the singing qualities of music. So, yeah.
What music attracts you most to play on the piano? Since you've kept at it all these years through a degree in Stanford, at Stanford in computer science and one at Northwestern in predictive analytics, and now you work in software. But you have kept your piano playing going through all this time. What kind of music really attracts you? What can you not wait to get home and play?
Well, since I play Chopin, I guess Chopin. Romantic items. Actually, Chopin is the composer that made me ask for piano lessons.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How did that work? You heard some Chopin and you wanted to...
Yeah, I was sitting alone in the car when I was like 12 years old, and something came on the radio. I think it was the Etude, E major.
Right, the famous
it
one
was just
from Opus
such a
10.
beautiful rendition, and it brought tears to my eyes, and I thought, wow, this is something I wanted.
You wanted
learn how
that
to
for
do.
yourself. You wanted
Yeah.
that for yourself. Yeah, I had a similar experience too, and I started kind of late. I started when I was 8 years old, which is rather late for somebody who grows up to do it for a living anyway. And but it was the same sort of thing. I heard something. I wanted to be able to emulate that myself. I wanted to be able to feel that under my fingers. Does Chopin feel good to play for you?
Yeah.
In terms of just the technically, does it actually feel good?
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah.
What doesn't feel good? Is there anything that doesn't feel good to play?
Of Chopin's? Or?
No, of anybody's. You can tell us. We're all just friends here, you know.
I think I tried playing the last ones. That
Oh, you did?
difficult.
Yeah, it is. Because mathematically it's difficult and it's in every way serial, and that's it's so oddly laid out for the
Yeah.
piano usually.
And Albanese is Iberia.
It's
Some of
hard.
his pieces, the
It's
notes
hard,
are
right?
spread out.
Yeah.
You really have to stop and think about how you want to distribute the notes to hit everything that would keep the quality. Of
You know,
music.
my own teacher, speaking of Albanese, my own teacher was looking at his lava pièce from the third book of Iberia, and he was having dinner once with Alicia de la Rocha, and he said, "How do you play lava pièce? I cannot figure out how to do it." And it was about distribution. It was about redistribution, actually.
Right.
And Alicia de la Rocha only said to him, "You just must find a way." That was the only advice she ever had. And she could play it better than anybody, of course, with those tiny little hands.
Yeah.
So what are you working on now? What are you going to work on now in piano? Do you have a wish list?
Oh, the wish list is so long. I don't
yeah?
even know where to start.
Start.
I think before I decided that I wanted to enter this, I was working on WC etudes.
Oh yeah, which ones?
Maybe half of those.
Wow.
The first one, the quarters, the chromatic, and the compose arpeggios.
I think that's the
beautiful.
best one.
Yeah.
That's the prettiest one. It's so self-contained, and it kind of has a narrative of its own. It's not just about playing without your thumbs or playing in fourths or something like that. It's about a lot of different things. WC etudes. So, my biggest question is: your bio says that you were hoping to get to the museums here. So have you? We're proud of our museums
Yes.
here in Fort Worth. So have you done that yet?
Unfortunately, I have not. It's been really hot.
Too hot.
But I mean, I have the choice of staying here and listening to great music. So I've been staying here to listen to the other performers remaining in the competition.
Awesome. So on Friday, though, that's the dark day for the competition. Maybe Friday should be your museum day.
Yes, I'm planning on going on Friday.
Awesome. So you're still studying the piano. You still have a teacher then.
Yes.
How'd you choose him?
I had a friend who started taking lessons at the conservatory through the adult extension program at the San Francisco
Right.
Conservatory of Music. So we talked about it, and I got motivated to go and audition. And my current teacher, Corey McVicker, was one of the judges.
So it just worked out then.
It just worked out.
So you do it like a normal, every week you go in for a lesson?
Oh, no. There's no time for that.
Every month, every 2 weeks?
Well,
Or when there's time?
when there's time. I sign up for 6 per semester, and I just work it out with them
Awesome.
when there's time. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, we'll see you around this week. I hope you get to those
Yes.
museums.
Yes,
Thanks
totally.
for stopping by. Thank you, David.
Thank you. Bye.